Hello, my name is Fauna, and this is Great Heights in Brandon Controlled Chaos. And today, my humans are going to make milk, going to make cheese out of my milk.
Hooray!
Alright, as Fauna said, we're going to make milk, we're going to make cheese out of their milk. So what we have here, we have about a quart of milk, not quite a quart, but pretty close. And we're going to make a fresh cheese. It's going to be really simple, 3 ingredients: milk, the goat's milk, some salt, and some lemon juice. To do this, here's what we're going to need. We're gonna, obviously, like I said, the quart of milk. We need one of these colander. We need some actual cheesecloth, wire whisk, lemon, salt. You're gonna need a bowl at near the end for the draining, or you can do it over the sink, but catch it in a bowl too. And then you need a non-reactive or stainless steel pan. This is an important part because you don't want it to react with the milk. And you want a heavy bottom, something that's not going to let too much heat in too fast so that it doesn't scald the milk. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. The first step is obviously gather all your ingredients, as you always do, and then you're going to put the milk into the pan. Every last drop. Try to make sure I get all the cream and everything out of it. All right. One thing that I did forget that you're gonna need a thermometer, a candy thermometer, anything that can go to 180 degrees and measure it pretty accurately. So you want it between 180 and 185 degrees. And like I said, you want to do this slowly. So we're gonna do it, and it's gonna take a little while to do it. So I'll probably put the time lapse on so you guys can just watch and not have to watch too much. Really boring stirring. Alright, so you can see that I've got my thermometer set to warn me at 180. Right now, currently, the milk is 51 degrees. I haven't even started heating it up yet, but I'll go ahead and turn the time lapse on and you can kind of watch it happen. So. Alright, so as you can see, we've reached 180 degrees. Next step is to just add the lemon juice and stir it in, and then let it stand for 10 minutes. So, lemon juice, freshly squeezed lemon juice, and I tried to get all the pulp out of here and all the seeds, so I'm watching it really closely as I pour it in. I don't want any of the seeds in there, obviously. Stir it now. And it's already starting to thicken. And like I said, I want to just let it sit for 10 minutes now. So it's just going to sit there while that's happening. I'm going to take some of the cheesecloth and I'm going to put at least 2 layers in the bottom of this, and then we'll do the dripping into the bowl. So this is what I've done. I've put the 2 layers of cheesecloth in the colander, 1 and 2, and then I've set the colander in a bowl so that I can do the draining in there. What I'll do is I'll let it drain through this, and then I'll pick it up, and then we'll wrap it up into a bundle and then let it hang over the bowl for about an hour. All right, as I said, I lined the colander with two layers of cheesecloth. Try to dampen it, and then it's been 10 minutes, so we'll pour the milk, the curds and whey basically through this now. All right. Like I said, I'm just going to pour this really gently into here. Out of there. Then you're gonna pick this up according to what I do here is I want to pick this up carefully.
So that stuff is whey.
It is whey, you're right. Alright, so what I've done here is I've drained most of the liquid off through the colander. We actually poured it into this jar here so you can see how much of it actually was there. And I've got it dripping here. It's got to sit here for a couple of hours. It's got to sit here for at least an hour and a half. And then once we're done with that, then we'll pour it into a bowl to shape it, and adds a little bit of salt. That's what the salt is for actually, to add a little bit of salt to it, and then let it sit for at least, it says at least an hour, everything that I've read. So we'll do that. Probably we'll just let it sit overnight and have some in the morning. So we're gonna let this drip, and I'll let you see it when we get to the end. Alright, so it's sat for an hour and a half, actually, an hour and a half. And I just pulled it out of the cheesecloth and then added a little bit of salt to it, and then stirred it up a little bit, and then pressed it into this bowl here. Now we're gonna let it sit overnight, and then we'll have it with breakfast in the morning, or sometime tomorrow. But that's it. We've made the cheese, and this is our first attempt, obviously, so hopefully it'll taste good. But for all the work that we put into it, milking the goats, I'm really hoping that we'll get more milk out of the goats relatively soon, because this was a week and a half's worth of milk, and we get that much cheese. So yeah, anyway, it's interesting. It's a good start. So anyway, and we'll continue this in the morning. So tell me what you thought of the cheese.
It tastes really good.
It
just has a lemon taste to it.
Okay. What you?
5 stars. I loved it, and the lemony taste just added something really nice to it.
Cool. How about you?
It was good.
It was good.
Camera shot.
No other no other comments?
Nope. I'm chewing. Chewing.
He's chewing. He can't answer right now.
Busy signal. Loading.
Okay, now the cheese tasted delicious. Five and a half stars.
All right. So, did you have some too?
It was good, and it was lemony.
So we should do it again.
Yes.
Most definitely.
We'll try some other recipes next time. All right. So you have the reviews are in on the cheese. I actually had some myself, and I liked it as well. So we'll definitely be doing that again.